Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? How you going out to lunch, Shannon, Alex? Who else have we got in here? Deb. How you going, guys? Maria, how you going? Good to see ya. Janelle, I am Kai. Who else have we got in here? John Paul, how you going? Good to see ya. And, oh, it just jumped on me already. George, how you going? Good to see ya. Okay, have I got everyone? Flyby Stew, Zal, how you going, guys? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Hey, light worker, how you going from Ireland? Ireland. How you guys going? Okay, it's really hot here. I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can because even though the air conditioning is on in the house, my room, the door is shut and it's going to heat up very quickly. I went to bed, it was 22 degrees Celsius last night. What's that? I don't know, but I woke up to this morning. It was 82 Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius when I woke up this morning. And it was 38 degrees yesterday. I just want to look at and see what that is. And my heart goes out to everyone who's going through the fires right now. Yesterday was 38, 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and overnight it was hot and yucky. Okay. Anyway, sure you'd love to know that. Let's get into the news. Robbie Starbuck said it's time to remind the EU Commission that we're their boss and their benefactors. Here's how I responded to them trying to fine X $100+ million for refusing to censor people. He CC'd Elon Musk, Donald Trump, JD Vance. Ban European tech companies from US app stores unless they prove they won't censor people. Disrupt their energy flow. Want heat this winter? You're going to have to stop messing with America. Strip EU officials behind this move of their visas unless it's specifically approved for official business each time until they stop this. Cancel the visas of their kids at American universities. Yeah, I'm dead serious. Where'd that go? 100% tariffs plus tariffs on key items from every left-wing EU country behind this BS move. Make it hurt. Only exemptions equals European companies who publicly oppose the EU censorship push. All US military bases in Europe cease doing business with EU cloud companies and internet providers, switching to Starlink and US cloud providers. Congress should pass the Protect Free Speech Act that imposes automatic 100 to 500% tariffs on any nation that imposes fines on US companies related to speech. It also makes it legal for the US to seize their US assets. In addition, it imposes individual sanctions on the foreign government officials who carry out such a fine. That means freeze assets, travel ban, etc. Again, I'm not joking. Our response needs to be punishing. Make EU ships wait in ports longer. I'm petty. Congress should pass a symbolic I love free speech resolution that states no foreign power or international body shall ever have jurisdiction over the First Amendment. Force Democrats into choosing which side they're on publicly. Congress can make a lot of this happen by passing the Granite Act. That needs to be done too. Enough is enough. We need to put these little tyrants in their place once and for all. Most of them exist because of American blood, goodwill and money. They apparently need to be reminded of that every now and then. Now is the time to flex American muscle to protect our values and our great innovators. Lines must be drawn. And that was in response to Robbie Starbuck. The EU Commission is hitting X with a $140 million fine for refusing to censor people to the liking of the EU tyrants. President Trump should not allow the EU to bully US companies. The EU needs America, not the other way round. Trump should hit the EU with a tsunami of pain. Oh, it's happening. Things are happening all over the place. That's crazy. And Australia will be in that mix too. General Mike Flynn is responding to Tommy Robinson here, who said Milan Christmas market, like all Western European markets, absolutely ruined by invaders. Okay, that was in Italy, Milan, Italy. They climb statues, wave foreign flags and blast music solely to disrupt the family Christmas market. General Mike Flynn said, I believe the Islamification of Europe is a done deal. The EU has already decided that this is the direction they wish to head toward, like it or not. Those European nations that are trying to maintain their identities and national sovereignty are being dragged down by stupid sanctions, left-wing media propagandising and manipulation, and economic and political extortion. Millions of Americans are watching what is happening in Europe with nearly daily gang rapes of young girls and young women and wondering why the hell aren't European leaders screaming at each other about it. It's because they fear what they cannot control. 100%. The challenge and the question for us here in America is whether we'll allow the same to happen, because it most certainly is happening. Yeah, when you've got little pockets of areas, yeah. Zal said no sound. On what? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Do I have sound? Okay, I don't know. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. You got sound? Good. Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, Mario Norfolk said the EU just fired a $120 million warning at X. Well, okay, euro. Okay, so that's $140 million US, is that right? At X, and it backfired immediately. The European Commission has finally done what it's been threatening for nearly 2 years. It slapped Elon's X with a €120 million fine, the first ever punishment under the Digital Services Act. Officially, Brussels says this is about transparency, interface design and research access. Unofficially, everyone knows what this is really about. Europe wants control over online speech, and X refuses to play hall monitor for the EU bureaucracy. And Washington just noticed. JD Vance did what any hero would have done. The man didn't bother with diplomatic phrasing. He called it exactly what it is, a fine for not engaging in censorship. The EU should be supporting free speech, not attacking American companies over garbage. Elon Musk's response, 2 words, much appreciated. That exchange matters because it crystallises the growing fracture between Washington and Brussels on digital governance. The EU sees the internet as an environment to police. The US, at least the current White House, sees speech as something to protect. This is not a small disagreement. It goes to the core of whose values define the next century of the web. Europe insists this isn't censorship, but its actions tell a different story. The Commission says X is being punished for deceptive design and insufficient transparency in its ad library. Yet TikTok, whose data practices have triggered national security alarms in half the Western world, walked away with no fine simply by promising to tweak its interface. So TikTok's caved. The message is unmistakable. Comply with EU speech rules, no problem. Challenge Brussels' narrative control, prepare your checkbook. For a bloc obsessed with tech sovereignty, this is an extraordinary way to demonstrate insecurity. US officials have been warning for months that the DSA drifts into censorship. Now Europe has handed them Exhibit A. Expect renewed US pressure in trade talks, increased scrutiny of EU regulatory bias, more aggressive defences of American platforms and faster tech, decoupling between Washington and Brussels. For Europe, a deeper question looms. Is the DSA protecting citizens or protecting political power? The ugly truth, Europe risks regulating itself into irrelevance. While Brussels plays digital sheriff, its startups collapse under compliance costs. Its industrial base is shrinking, its demographic crisis accelerates, its dependence on the US security grows, and its contribution to global innovation keeps sliding. Meanwhile, the platforms it tries to bully, X, Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon, remain overwhelmingly American. Europe is fighting for control over an ecosystem it did not build, does not direct, and increasingly cannot influence without threats and fines. That is not sovereignty, it's dependency dressed up as policy. The bigger fight isn't about X, it's about the future of the open internet. What happens next will set the tone for years. If the EU gets away with punishing platforms for non-compliance, regulation becomes a weapon. If the US pushes back effectively, free speech stays the default norm for the democratic world. Right now, Brussels is betting that tech giants will bend, but X just became the first major test case that refuses to kneel. Europe wanted to send a message. Instead, it started a transatlantic fight and exposed its own anxieties in the process. Okay. Elon Musk said much appreciated to JD Vance, who said rumours swirling the EU Commission will fine X hundreds of millions of dollars for not engaging in censorship. The EU should be supporting free speech, not attacking American companies over garbage. Here, I agree. Oh, is that the right one? No? Where am I? Oh my God, it can't have jumped that much. Okay. Yep, where am I up to? I don't even know anymore. Yep, JD Vance is not happy with the European Union. He tweeted, rumours swirling the EU Commission will fine X for not engaging in censorship. Yep, okay, that's the one I just read out. Okay, Wall Street Apes said the Heritage Foundation exposes Hillary Clinton was directly behind getting the European Union to use their Digital Services Act to pressure Elon Musk and America back into censorship. Hillary Clinton flew overseas for a meeting to facilitate this against America. They, the European Union, gathered in Berlin, and it was the most anti-free speech gathering I've ever been part of. Hillary Clinton was there, and she really fueled the anger. When Twitter was purchased by Elon Musk, she called on the EU to use the infamous Digital Services Act, which is one of the most anti-free speech pieces of legislation in decades. And she called upon the EU to use the DSA, Digital Services Act, to force the censorship of American citizens, force people like Musk to censor. It's an extraordinary act by someone who was once a presidential candidate, Law Professor Jonathan Turley. It's up to you whether you believe that or not. I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay. Doge Designer said breaking X has been fined. Yep, okay, I already read that. Yep. Oh, Doge Designer. The European Commission offered X an illegal secret deal last year. If X quietly censored speech without telling anyone, they would not fine X. The other platforms accepted that deal. X did not. Okay, now we get into the, okay, it's a male instead of a female. The J6 pipe bomber has allegedly been caught. Kevin Dalton said Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the DC suburbs, is charged with transporting, this is a white man, by the way, an explosive device in an interstate commerce with malicious destruction by means of explosion. Jake Tapper describing the very non-white male J6 pipe bomber as a white male. Dear me. Okay, C3 said the J6 pipe bomber, Brian Cole Jr., comes from a far-left BLM family whose father sued the Trump administration and wanted the Biden admin to address racism. He had the same attorney as Trayvon Martin. Does Chris Wray not arresting him make sense now? Well, yeah, kind of, yeah. It does. Basil the Great said Trump administration slams Keir Starmer on online safety bill. He's gone too far. Same as EU Digital Services Act. It's not about safety, it's about control. American companies will not enforce this. Time for Starmer to back down. Trump is putting him on watch.
Add one more thing on the Online Safety Act, and I emphasized this earlier, but I want to say it again. It's misguided and unfortunate to apply that law in Britain, but applying that law extraterritorially, which means applying it to speech that has nothing to do with Britain, does not occur in Britain, is on American platforms by American users on American political issues. Purporting to censor Americans in America is a deal breaker. It is a non-starter. It is a red line. And that's what Ofcom has tried to do with the Online Safety Act, and that's one reason the American government is concerned.
Okay, but will your government then take legal action against Ofcom if they try and overreach in the way you've described?
Well, there's already formal action proposed. There is a bill before the House called the Granite Act that would amend an existing statute to clarify that as a matter of American public policy, any penalties imposed by Ofcom are unenforceable against American companies. So our legislature will likely consider that, and will certainly consider other options if indeed the British government insists upon trying to nullify the First Amendment on American soil with respect to American companies.
I agree with the first guy on this subject. They should do all of that, 100% to 500% tariffs, all that shit. I agree with the first guy. Benny Johnson said, well, President Trump says Adam Schiff is guilty of crimes against our country. He's cooked. What happened in the Standard Hotel, Adam Shifty Schiff? Donald J. Trump said, great going, Anna Paulina. Adam Shifty Schiff is guilty of crimes against our country. Chicago One Ray said, remember this? Anna Paulina Luna did something no other member of Congress did. She entered into the record the $32 million Adam Schiff misappropriated for the Russian collusion lie. Trump voided the auto pen pardons. Schiff must stand trial for all his crimes. Yeah, Trump has now voided the auto pen. And you would not believe how hard it was to find news today and yesterday. Do you know what X is filled with on my homepage? Candace Owens. Yep, because TPUSA has called her out. Yeah, it's real funny, actually. Then she backed out. Okay, Colin Rugg said, breaking, President Trump declares that any document signed with President Joe Biden's auto pen is hereby terminated. Any document signed by Sleepy Joe with the auto pen, which was approximately 92% of them, is hereby terminated. Joe Biden was not involved in the auto pen process, and if he says he was, he'll be brought up on charges of perjury. Okay. The auto pen is not allowed to be used if approval is not specifically given by the President of the United States, and there's no way that Joe Biden could have given approval in the state he was in half the time. The radical left lunatics circling Biden around the beautiful Resolute desk in the Oval Office took the presidency away from him. I'm hereby cancelling all executive orders and anything else that was not directly signed by crooked Joe Biden. Wow. I was waiting for that one, all the executive orders that Joe Biden put forward. Because the people who operated the auto pen did so illegally. Joe Biden was not involved in the auto pen process, and if he says he was, he'll be brought up on charges of perjury. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Excellent. Nick Sautor said, breaking, President Trump calls for Jack Smith to be forced to testify publicly, not behind closed doors. Jack Smith is a bad guy, a sick man. There's something really wrong with him. I'd rather see him testify publicly. There's no way he can answer questions.
He's a bad guy. He's a sick man. There's something wrong with him, actually. I think Jack Smith is a sick man. There's something really wrong with him. I'd rather see him testify publicly because there's no way he can answer the questions. But Biden knew this was going along. Kamala knew it was going along. And there's a lot of things happening right now that they don't like. One of the things is the auto pen. Everything he signed, almost, with the exception.
There you go. Okay, Johnny Magus said Trump reposted a post criticising the Hart-Celler Act of 1965 and calling for a new immigration act that restricts the legal flow too. Donald J. Trump posted this, Geiger Capital. A century ago, President Calvin Coolidge signed into law the Immigration Act of 1924. He stated plainly, new arrivals should be limited to our own capacity to absorb them. America must be kept American. For this purpose, it is now necessary to enact a policy of restricted immigration. The 1924 Act passed the House and Senate with overwhelming support. Democrats and Republicans agreed. The bill introduced tight immigration quotas, new visa requirements, the Border Patrol, and outright banned immigrants from certain countries that we viewed as incompatible with our culture. It dramatically reduced the number of people coming into the country and provided an opportunity for the recent great wave of immigrants to assimilate. By the 1940s and 1950s, American society thrived with a booming economy, rising middle-class common culture, and limited migration. The Act was in place until 1965. Since then, we've experienced decades of historic immigration, both legal and illegal. And mainly the illegal one I'm talking about being horrific. Today we have higher levels of foreign born than the early 1900s by both raw number and percentage of population. This mass immigration has also included vastly different cultures than mostly Europeans that we accepted then. It's obvious that we once again need to make a rational policy shift, and it should be bipartisan. It's time for another immigration act. Just don't let people in who don't align with your culture. That's what I think. Nick Sautor said, breaking, President Trump and First Lady Melania just lit the national Christmas tree right in front of the White House. The applause they received was massive. Holy crap. The tree looks beautiful, as do the rest of Melania's Christmas decorations. Let's have a little look.
Light the beautiful Christmas tree. Are you ready? So the First Lady is going to do the honors, and we're going to do a countdown. We'll go from 5 to 0, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Honey.
Really feels like I'm watching a movie here. Oh my goodness. Chad Prather says Trump says the $2,000 tariff dividend is likely coming next year on top of record tax refunds. He even believes the income tax will be abolished for most Americans. If he pulls this off, it'll be one of the biggest financial wins for working people in decades. Let's have a listen.
Next year is projected to be the largest tax refund season ever. And we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars. And we're going to be giving a nice dividend to the people, in addition to reducing debt. As you know, I inherited a lot of debt, but it's peanuts compared to the kind of numbers we're talking about. So we're going to be making a dividend to the people, and additionally, we're going to be able to reduce debt. And as time goes by, over the next 2, 3, 4 years, those numbers are going to go up. And I believe that at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay, because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous, that you're not going to have income tax to pay. Whether you get rid of it or just keep it around for fun or have it really low, much lower than it is now, but you won't be paying income tax. Next year is projected.
I've never heard of keeping income tax around for fun. I don't think anybody thinks that's fun. But anyway, that's good for Americans. Sorry, I just sniffed right into the microphone. That's really good. I'm jealous. Not jealous, but well done, Americans. Sarah Rose said, meet Brian Cole, the far-right white supremacist extremist who planted the J6 pipe bombs. He has ties to Antifa and his entire family is staunchly anti-Trump. Yep, another one, a real shock why Ray didn't catch him or charge him. Okay, Baron Trump, a commentary account, said breaking stunning movement as the president of Rwanda flat out calls Donald Trump the true peace president for ending a 30-year war with the Congo. The biggest vote of thanks goes to President Donald Trump. Trump is pragmatic. No one asked him to take up this task and our region is far from the headlands. But when he saw a chance to bring peace, he stepped in without hesitation. 3 decades of conflict and Trump is the one who shuts it down. How many times does he have to prove he's built for this? There you go. He's good at negotiating. He's a businessman. That's what Trump is about. And that's, I think, what you need, actually. I think you need more people who know the system, but from the other side. Nick Sautor said breaking the US military has just eviscerated another narco-terrorist boat full of drugs heading to America, despite Democrats throwing a fit. Trump and Hegseth are making clear they couldn't give two shits about the Dems' fake outrage. Keep protecting Americans. And I agree with this. Look, I know people were killed, but, war, that's part of war. Hello, we're in one. I don't know if you've noticed, but hey, we're in one. Okay. E.L. Jacobi said breaking Charlie Kirk's producer. Here we go. See, I couldn't escape it. Charlie Kirk's producer explains that Candace Owen wasn't being invited on as a guest. They were responding to her lies and simply offering her the chance to come on. She said no, so they're proceeding without her. This isn't complicated whatsoever. And the reason this happened is because Candace Owens got on her podcast and said, anywhere, anytime, come on, TP USA, right? And they responded and said, and invited her. And now she's saying she can't go because of death threats. So she said, anywhere, anytime. They responded and said a week and a half. She made excuses. She can't get a babysitter. I'm pretty sure she's filthy rich, but hey, she can't get a babysitter and do it in a week and a half. And she's backed out. And now she's going to do a stream on them. I can't wait to see the end of this because I do think Candace Owens is about to be exposed. She is a lefty. She always has been. There was something else I was going to say about her too, but okay. Blake Neff, anyway, responded to her. Yesterday we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to the allegations and accusations you've made. We've decided that response will be delivered during a live stream on December the 15th. Thank you for your response, letting us know you will not be joining the in-person conversation. We'll be proceeding without you. Candace Owens wrote, kind of weird how you didn't email or call me to ask about times of availability and chose to instead tweet this confirmation out at midnight. Why am I learning about this on X? Because it was an informal invitation to join them. Of course it isn't how you book a guest. We're not booking a guest and never said we were. We're delivering a response to several months of escalating harassment and lies. She was given the opportunity to join and declined. So I don't know if anyone else is following this bullshit. Seriously. But okay. I do think Candace Owens is still a lefty and she's come in to divide the right. Either that or she's Mockingbird. Part of the CIA? I don't know. But she seems to line up with them a lot, even though she calls them out, she still lines up with them. Okay. Aussiebot said Australia needs to wake the F up and follow suit. Deport Labor and Liberal Party members first. It's obvious they hate us. I don't disagree with that. Deport Labor and Liberal Party members. Yeah, I agree. I don't know where to, but I agree. Lozzie B said Trump just reposted this. We have two options. Deport every single third world migrant, illegal alien, and American-hating... Okay. Donald J. Trump reposted this. Brendan Dilley. We have two options. Deport every single third world migrant, illegal alien, and American-hating visa holder, or surrender your nation the way United Kingdom have and watch your society collapse in the coming years. Okay. Yep. Nick Sautor said, just in, President Trump destroys Ilhan Omar and illegal Somalis from the Oval Office. She should be thrown the hell out of our country. She should not be allowed to be a congresswoman the way she married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it, but hang on, I'm going to let him say it.
They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, you know, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Walz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state. And all they do is complain, complain, complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with... Go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution. All she does is complain about this country, and without this country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon, I hope. But what Somalia and what the Somalian people have done to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor.
Yep. There you go. Okay, Chicago One Race at Epic. This post has gone viral with over 13 million views. This is a language they understand. Hit that like button if you appreciate everything Kristi Noem's doing to get these illegals out of our country. Let's go. Kristi Noem said, I just met with the president. I'm recommending a full travel ban on every damn country that's been flooding our nation with killers, leeches and entitlement junkies. Our forefathers built this nation on blood, sweat and the unyielding love of freedom, not for foreign invaders to slaughter our heroes, suck dry our hard-earned tax dollars or snatch the benefits owed to Americans. Hear, hear. And surprise, surprise, one New South Wales council has votes to remove the Aboriginal flags and welcome to country. Which one was it? Let's have a look. Karawa on the Murray River Victorian border. Okay, good. Let's see the rest of them do it now. There's a church up the road that has we respect the owners of this land, the such and such people, and I'm like, oh my God, can you just get over it? You're a church. What are you doing in politics now? Chicago One Ray said it's happening. SNAP benefits have been paused in states controlled by Democrats over data requests. Secretary Brooke Rollins wants the data on everyone in the program, age limits raised for people required to work. All recipients have to reapply, which eliminates bots and illegals. There you go. Lozzie B said Trump just reposted this. We have two options to put. Yep, okay, we did see that already. Oh, okay. Do you want to see something really crazy? I'll have a good one, Kai. Okay, Derek Evans said there's a growing trend of doll mums where they literally pretend their baby dolls are real. Here's a doll mum showing her typical morning routine. Watch this garbage.
Good morning. Oh, who's my big girl? Wake your sisters up?
It's a doll.
Good morning, sweet baby.
Oh, no, she's got another one. Oh, don't tell me. How many has she got? You have got to be kidding me. Another one.
There you go, sweet girl.
And she went and spent all this money on all this furniture, and she's giving them...
Mornings.
What the...
What are we doing today?
Oh, dear
Putting
God.
together the storage racks and organizing all of the hair accessories.
Oh, dear God.
Cody! Cody, wake up!
What the am I watching?
Wake up! Mommy! Mommy, I want bottle! Make me bottle, Mommy!
Papa,
She's actually making
need a
baby
bottle?
formula for dolls.
you're not a baby. This is for your little sister. Uh-oh.
She must have really wanted a family and didn't have one.
Baby, Mommy, you got me all your favorite baby. Let's do it, Dad! Circling everything I want for Christmas. That's done.
Make asylums great again.
Give me cake, baby. Give mine. Give me cat milk. Give my milk. Oh, wow. Look at this. Red, pink, gold. Oh, I want some of this, Mommy.
Well, of course.
No, they're not real babies. No.
Hearts, Mommy, and put all the hair bows and stuff in them.
These are dolls, and this woman needs a mental asylum ASAP. I think she really must have wanted children. Maybe she didn't for ages and ages and then got old and went, oh, I wish I had children. I don't know what is going on, what I'm watching right now, but this is insane. Oh, how you going? Michelle Gunn, how you going?
Oh, I would love the help.
Mom, I don't
What?
know what to do, but
Oh,
Mommy's
dear God.
screaming. You better come in here.
All right, I'll be right there, Adelia.
What goes in there?
Pippa, what in the world?
So she's talking to herself in these funny voices and answering herself. I don't even know what to say.
What is Lottie's bottle? Oh, give that to me. Come on. Yes, it is. This is not your bottle. This is your sister's. Here you go, sweetie.
Uh-oh. Shut up, pig. Adele. Adele, what you do?
Oh, goodness. Your sisters. They're already up to no good.
Geez, they look real, don't they, though?
Oh, sweet girl.
Jeez. But that is crazy. What the hell is... Okay. I think I should just leave it alone. That person needs help, mate. That person needs help. Someone help that person. I don't know if she has a sister or mother or someone needs to help this person. I mean, I understand these things for like elderly people. Like I was thinking of getting my mum one of those baby dolls. That's maybe why it came up on my ex timeline. Because my mum's so old and she's, you know, wants something to do, but she can't really do much. So give her a baby doll. I don't know. I was thinking about it. But this is insane. This screams to me like someone who missed out on children. That's what it seems to me. Kobe Thatcher said One Nation is making waves. James Ashby has said another high-profile MP other than Barnaby Joyce will be joining the party soon, and another will follow in the coming months. Yeah, One Nation's skyrocketing. And I hear people arguing like there's infighting going on everywhere, honestly. I hear other people putting shit on Pauline. Look, if you don't vote for her, we're going to get the same two shits again, Liberal or Labor. Someone's got to break it. JD Vance said rumours swirling that the EU Commission will fine X hundreds of millions of dollars for not engaging in censorship. Yeah, we know that, right. Okay, yep. The EU should be supporting free speech, not attacking American companies over garbage. That was actually JD Vance himself. Okay, Australians versus the agenda said Oprah Winfrey has praised Australia's decision to ban social media for under 16s from next week. Of course she would. Telling a Sydney audience, oh no, she's in Sydney, that the move will change the lives of an entire generation and give young people a chance at better futures. I'm hiding my grandkids. If she's in Sydney, I'm hiding the grandkids. Cat Turd said, I've noticed that. Buzz Patterson said, guess what? Democrats don't give a shit about Epstein files anymore. Why? Because Trump's not in them and they are. Kurt Malberg said the US has just redefined what counts as human rights abuse and Australia is now on the radar. US embassies must report on child castration, censored speech, DEI, coercion and more. SOS, the State Department, SOS for Australia. Here's a public record of Australians whose rights have been violated. Mine for one. YouTube deleted me for 5 years. Kurt Malberg said Dr. Jereth Koch. Oh. Sorry. I don't know if that's how his name's pronounced. I have no idea. It's K-O-K. I don't know how else to say it. Hey, J1, how you going? Oh, sorry if I've missed anyone too. So, Melbourne GP indefinitely suspended for expressing Christian views online about marriage, sexuality and abortion. No clinical misconduct alleged. Professional erasure via ideological crackdown. Lyle Sheldon, former AC lobby director, prosecuted over articles opposing drag queen story Time for Children. Cleared, then convicted on appeal in 2025. Public policy debate reframed as a punishable offence. Kiralee S., founder of Binary Australia. Women's rights campaigner hauled through 9 court appearances for stating that sex matters in sport. Now under an apprehended violence order limiting what she may publicly say. What? Matthew Squires, IT professional and Liberal Oz political candidate, dismissed after private social media posts critical of homosexuality were leaked. Lost both his career and his party's endorsement. Moira Deeming, elected Liberal MP, expelled from her party after co-organising a women's rights rally that was infiltrated by neo-Nazis. No evidence she endorsed them. Political exile through guilt by association. Julian Tweeting, senior psychiatrist at Queensland Children's Hospital, suspended after raising safety concerns about puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones for minors. Clinical caution treated as misconduct. Dr. William Bay, Queensland GP, suspended for opposing vaccine mandates. Banned from practice for over a year. His suspension was later overturned after the damage was already done. Dragonfishy, Sydney's anaesthesist, suspended over social media posts questioning COVID policy. Deemed to have violated professional standards via dissent. Medical licensing hinged on ideological compliance. Salt tweets, founder of women-only app Giggle for Girls. This was the Giggle versus Tickle thing that was going on. Forced by a federal court to admit a male identifying as a female and pay damages. Sex-based rights cancelled by the judiciary. Elizabeth Kendall, Anglican lay minister, compelled to resign after refusing to affirm a state conversion practices ban. Her ministry ended for declining to endorse a legal fiction about sex and identity. Deck Mansfield, a WA library worker dismissed after refusing mandatory DEI training on implicit bias and white privilege. Now pursuing legal action over ideological compulsion at work. Jasmine Sussex, barrister and breastfeeding counsellor, charged before a tribunal after stating that biological men cannot breastfeed. A biological claim was treated as a disciplinary violation. Each case above shows Australians whose rights are being curtailed under policy now flagged by the US as human rights abuses. State Department, these names deserve formal inclusion in your upcoming report. This thread is only partial record. To the Australian public, if you know of others who've been impacted, share their stories so they are also in the international spotlight. Full article with more cases and context. There you go. Very interesting. How many Australians? And there's more, because there's people all over YouTube that have been, NEFFEX and other things that were censored. AussieBot said next week the nanny state bans under 16s from social media. So guess who's logging in for the kids? If you suddenly see me dropping year 8 level burns and ratioing creeps in the DMs, mind your business, I'm helping my spawn bypass the tyrant filter. They're already smart on half the adults here, spot predators from a mile off and give 0 Fs about keyboard warriors or the opinions of others. Parental supervision level weaponized. I just like that. I don't know. Alyssa said Trump now has all the Democrats defending narco-terrorists. You can't make this shit up. And these are from a while ago, okay? Like days and days ago. But I didn't do them the other day, so I wanted to catch up on them because some of them are quite funny. Dean McRae, Freedom Chef. I love this country and not a chance I'll be apologising for that. Okay, I'm gonna just play it because let him say it. Warning, swearing, okay?
Hey, it's Dean here, and by goodness, I love this country. Have a go at it. How beautiful's that? But I tell you what, we've got this fucking crazy shit going on where they're having Islamophobia months in Britain and places like that. This is silly nonsense. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care the colour of your skin. I don't care exactly where you come from. What I do care about is if you're coming to Australia, you're coming to Australia to contribute, build a family in a safe, happy, successful, beautiful way, you're welcome. But if you're coming here to bring your bullshit, your Palestinian flags and your bomb throwing shit from other countries, and you want to bring the crap that goes on in those shit countries to this beautiful country, you can fuck right off. I'll put you on the shark food pontoon. That's what I'm going to call it, the shark food pontoon. We'll let you paddle your ass home. That's how we need to deal with some of these pricks. Machete bins, what a load of bullshit. I'm not Islamophobic. I tell you what I'm phobic of. I'm phobic of motherfuckers with machetes and other sharp implements hacking up children in Melbourne. I'm very phobic of that. I think that's fucked. I'm very phobic of our women being raped. I'm very phobic of children being raped. And then people go, oh, but white people choose, they rape kids as well. Yes, and they belong in fucking wood chippers with those other motherfuckers. We don't need to discuss this like it's some sort of difficult thing or race-based. If your values are so far misaligned, if you think rapists are okay, you're a fuckwit. Shark food pontoon. If you think violating children is okay, shark food pontoon. If you think going around beheading people who are infidels is okay, shark food fucking pontoon. Stay out. Don't come here. Not fucking welcome. Now, Japan's leader, this lovely lady who seems to be badass, she's almost in the Giorgia Meloni of Italy sort of badassery, has basically just told Islam, no, we're not going to start fucking opening burial plots. We do cremation in this country. This is Japan protecting their national identity, and that's exactly what every country should be doing. You're entitled to protect your national identity. When Japan said, no, we're not bringing in special fucking rules for Muslims, that's not happening. You want your special rules, fuck off to a Muslim country. Now, I'm paraphrasing. I reckon she didn't use that term. But that's the term, that's exactly the vibe. If you want those cultural norms to be your cultural norms, go to those countries. If you come here to this country, you're welcome. But you participate, you assimilate, you work hard, you have a crack, you participate in our greatness or potential greatness. We've got a lot of work to do after successive governments of at least 2 decades, best as I can remember, have been fucking raping and doing this managed decline bullshit. But guys, this is where it's at. The Japanese Prime Minister basically said, fuck off. No. If you're coming here and trying to tell us we need to assimilate with your shit, the answer is get fucked, go home. That's an invasion. That is not a welcome. Come to Australia, participate. And I'm happy for you to come and participate, but you come and participate on our terms. We won't be banning beer, barbecues, boobs, or bacon. Understood?
There you go. They won't be banning barbecue, boobs, beer, and bacon. Okay. There you go. Something else. Okay, here we go. I'm going to end it on a good note anyway today. The opinionated black woman auntie said, good morning, family. Watch this. This is Australia, okay? All over.
Come on, it's just a koala. You alright, little fella? Leave him alone.
Poor koala. Don't fall. Hang on, mate, for dear life, please.
Whoops.
Oh, shoot.
This makes music right now is a treat. There you go. Away from the cows.
Yeah, don't be trying that at home. I don't know if you noticed how long their claws are. You've got to be careful with them. Okay. Oh, and I've got a lot of people, a lot of stuff in between. Just people calling people out. Camus said Elon on JRE just dropped the most brutal red pill on my Reddit and old Twitter went insane. San Francisco is the woke Kool-Aid aquarium. Yeah, you don't drink it, you swim in it. Yeah, exactly. You don't drink in the Kool-Aid, you swim in it. I said that ages ago. From there, actual centrists look like Nazis. He explains how a 20-mile extremist bubble in San Fran, Berkeley, sat on top of the world's most powerful information weapons, social media, and hijacked them to beam far-left ideology to every phone on Earth. Rogan, Obama and Hillary's 2008 immigration speeches sound like Marjorie Taylor Greene today. Deport criminals, huge fines back of the line. Musk, the left moves so far left they now need a telescope to see the centre. Then they dropped the UK nuke. 12,000 people arrested this year for social media posts. They literally jail you for memes. This 6:25 clip is mandatory watching if you want to understand how we got here. Is the Overton window completely broken or are Elon and Joe onto something? Yeah, something we said ages ago, I'm sure. But anyway, I've said that. They're not drinking the Kool-Aid anymore. They're swimming in it, man. They are swimming in it. The Conservatives said 34,000 for individual tickets and they weren't even first class. She claims she'll continue to be transparent while continuing to refuse a straightforward question. What a bee. And that is Minister Anika Wells, who's also trying to, with Julian Mangrant, do the social media ban, okay? She's just out there flying around spending money. These people don't know how to do their jobs, I swear to God. And they're not hearings, parliamentary hearings, they're Senate estimates. If you look up James Patterson, I was mentioning this the other day, watching parliamentary hearings, but they're not hearings, they're estimates. And these people get questioned. And if you want to ever see how incompetent these bureaucrats are, oh, God love you.
Deb Richardson donated $3.32. Hello, Heaven Hevites. Late fee.
Oh, God love you, Deb. You're a legend. Yeah, if you want to know how incompetent these bureaucrats are, go and watch James Patterson questioning them. It's very interesting. Also, Malcolm Roberts was doing it, and there's a few politicians that are questioning, like Penny Wong and what's that? I hate that woman. That I can't even remember. Katie Gallagher, that woman. Oh my God, you just want to like reach through the screen and slap them. You know, answer the question. Hang on a sec.
Answer it. Answer the question, Claire. Talk to us. Come on, answer the question.
Exactly, just answer the bloody question. Anyway, Celine Against the Machine said last week I went to Federal Court of Australia to face off against the E-Safety Commissioner in a second round. Oh, this is one of the teenagers. As expected, it was a train wreck. If the Commissioner and her office weren't costing taxpayers an arm and a leg, it'd be hilarious. Apparently, they're not doing very well, okay? The E-Safety Commissioner. Okay, here we go, another funny one, okay? Down under girl, doggos are my world. To those planning to immigrate here, you have been warned, okay? Ready? Australia is terrifying, apparently. I live here, man, and I'm it's not, okay? It's not, really. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, come on, don't put music.
Listen, I've been to 47 countries, but here's 5 reasons why Australia ain't fucking one of them. First is whatever the hell this thing is.
It's a koala, a wet one.
Second are the giant spiders, which you cannot convince me that these things don't eat people.
They don't always get that big, okay?
Third, if the big spiders weren't bad enough, it literally rains, like inclement weather, precipitation, rains small spiders. That ain't snow. Fourth, we got these monstrosities that the Aussies call salties, which, honestly, that's a pretty tame name for a 6-meter long, 1,000-kilo dinosaur that will actively hunt humans. And if we got any of the Yankee Doodle dipshits watching, that's roughly, 6 AR-15s long and 7 1/3 Lizzos heavy. Fifth, finally, is literally everything in the ocean around Australia. They got venomous octopuses that'll kill you. Venomous jellies that'll kill you. Venomous anemones.
Anemones.
I said that one 10 times fast, but you know what? It doesn't matter because they'll kill you too. And if all the venomous wasn't bad enough, they got these little bastards called needlefish that'll jump out of the water and kill you. Now, I'm sure I forgot a litany of terrifying things about Australia, so let us know in the comments some other reasons to never want to visit this primordial nightmare of an island. And don't forget to check out the merch shop at Kopke613.com. We got thousands of 5-star reviews, and we also ship to Australia.
There you go. AWOL Stew said, "Have you need to get out more?" It is actually. Yeah, well, he forgot snakes in the garden, who will go through like any gap you've got in your house. But I know Americans have snakes too. How you going, Pinkster? Okay, Oz Integrity said, "Listen, Australian public servants use workarounds to avoid keeping..." Oh, that was frustrating. This is one of them. What I will do is I'll save this for next time because it's so frustrating. I don't want to listen to it right now. Okay, is there any more funny stuff? Because I'm sure there was something else. Oh, Trump got out. He saw his motorcade saw a group of firemen saluting him, so he stopped the car and got out to thank them. This is Trump, right? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my God, that was loud. I don't know if that blared in your ears too. But he did. He got out. Next one, is it? What's the next one? This one? Yep. It's this one. I don't want to put the volume on because really... Oh, yeah, there you go. Try and keep it low. Okay, there's a lot of jumping around going on there. But good on him. He got out and thanked the firefighters. Oh, this is the other one. Okay, bro, shared this. Australia. Introducing my magpie friends, Ace and Maverick. Let's have a look. Oh, God love you. Thank you for subscribing, Anne.
How are you two? Hey? Hey. This is Maverick. Yeah, and that's Ace. Ace loves a scratch.
Baby magpies.
Hey, be nice to your sister.
Pecking at her. Oh, I thought that was cute. Anyway. Okay, there you go. That's the news for today. Okay, let's go back to your comments and read your comments. It's going to jump on me. There we go. What's it doing now? This is different. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not scrolling, by the way. My chat's not going that quick, is it? No. It's just, wow, I've never seen this before, guys. Okay, now it's caught up. Let's go back. Okay, how far back can we go? Oh, Lucettes here too. How you going, Lucette? Jennifer, morning, sis, sending love to all from Hunter Valley, Australia. God love you. Who else have we got in here that I haven't said hello to? Zal and Flyby and Muskrat and Lightworker and... Who else have we got? Okay. Yeah, rub it in as we sit and freeze in EU. Oh, it's boiling here, man. It is boiling. It's currently 33.3 degrees outside. Yeah, they said this morning it was when I woke up at 5:30 a.m., right? It was 27 degrees. And the app had it was 18 degrees and I'm like, "You liars." No, it's not. Oh dear. Anywho, Alex said, "No worries, have no fun in feeling like you're in an oven." No, there's not, no. I don't know if you can hear the wind too. It's hot and windy, and that's even worse sometimes. Well, no, not really, because at least when you sweat and it's windy, right, it dries nearly instantly. Keeps you cool that way. Okay, Menacing Muskrat said, freezing up here, lots of snow coming in. Oh, God love yous. Alex said, sending love and prayers to everyone and anyone suffering the fires. Yes, there's fires going on to the north of me and to the west, and I hope they're all right. I know a few houses have been lost, but I hope the people are okay. Iron Kai said 1 degree below freezing here, just getting dark. Oh, wow. Yeah, menacing, many prayers to all. Anyone who ever has to fight a bushfire, like anyone who in the way of one, like it is, I've heard, I haven't been in the face of, like I've had one right in front of me. I got stopped when I was at, where was I at? Sussex Inlet down south. And it's all bushland and then the ocean, right? And we went on a holiday down there and we were leaving because of the bushfires and we got stopped on the main road because the bushfire was jumping the road. So we had to sit in the car with the windows up and children in the car and fireys were there just saying, stay where you are right now, okay? So that was frightening. So I can't imagine like being in your home and it just roaring up the hill or anything. That would be frightening. Alex said, my laptop just did an update. Now it's running really slow again. There'll probably be another update in a while to fix whatever they just tried to fix. Oh, my phone did one recently, and I don't know what it's done, but it's thrown everything out. And I'm like, can I not undo that update that was just done on my phone? And I couldn't. Okay. What happened with the info on your dear friend Bruce? Sal's saying there was no sound, but everyone else said that they could hear. How you going, Randy? Everyone else said they could hear. Okay. There you go. See? Hey, Sherry, how you going? Shannon said 38 degrees last night, lol. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, it was in the 30s until late last night, but when I went to bed about 11 or 12, because, I don't know, these days I've got a lot to do. When I went to bed at 11:30 or 12, it was like 24 degrees outside, maybe not 22. No, I think that was inside, actually. It was 22 inside because of the air conditioning. And this morning I woke up and it was 27 and I'm like, how did it heat up overnight? But the clouds, I think, rolled in. It's like a blanket when it's hot and it keeps it hot. Zal says, sound okay for the rest of you? Yeah, if anything happens with sound or video, just like close the video and come back in. Shannon said, all good here. Zal's just changed his frequency. Kai said, supposed to be getting an Arctic blast through here soon. Oh, mate, seriously, I'd probably like an Arctic blast right now. Isn't it always the way, though? When it's freezing cold, you wouldn't mind the warmer weather, and when it's hot, you don't mind the cooler weather. Flyby said, Muskrat, you menacing me again? Oh, dear, you're funny, Stu. Alex said, yes, I'll try and reboot, or if you're on a laptop, maybe might be the video volume muted next to the play pause. Hopefully you managed to sort it out. Sal says, somehow the tab Hev was in got muted. All good now? Oh. Shannon said, down with the chooks, Muskie. Hey, Nisi, how you doing? Good to see ya. Alex said, isn't the USA version now owned by that weirdo Larry bloke? I can't remember his name, Zal. Larry Ellison, very strange bloke. Menacing said Hillary Clinton was a very high priestess for the cabal, EpiPen Island, such. Oh my God, it's really bad. Alex said, although most billionaires are strange and borderline psychos, I am Kai said I bought a 1937 Ford pickup, steel model kit. Oh, nice. Sal said, I don't know, Alex, the off button is looking great these days on all social media. Yeah, already did that, Kai. I'm sitting here at work with 4 computers around me. Wow. Alex said, that's great news. Starmer's a weak little weed. I can't even listen to him. His voice is like nails down a chalkboard. Yep. Kai said, Zal, I know, right? I've been looking for time killers to get away from the boredom. Yeah, it does get too much sometimes, Alex. Light worker said they used barrels of acid to get rid of remains after Shifty Sniff killed the kids. Yeah. Yep, menacing Adam Schiff and the Marriott Hotel, Anthony Bourdain unaliving. Alex said it's always been about control for all of them. They want the whole world for themselves while they fleece us all dry, yet still do all the things they tell us not to do. I do not comply. Yeah, I'm not either. If it does come to that and they all start asking me for ID, I just won't upload until they stop. I am Kai said it's still going to get so much worse. It's going to seem great at first, but all hell's going to break loose before it's over. Shannon said, wasn't Anthony Bourdain the elected chef of choosing for cooking humans and babies, etc.? Don't know, but if he was, he was taken out for what he knew, maybe. I don't know. My computer's doing some weird stuff. Okay, back to where I was. George said, Starmer's a dictator. Flyby Stu said, Alex, they're grifters. Kai said there's going to be a culling pretty much. Shannon said, who does number 2 work for? Menacing Muskrat said there'll be a judgment. It's going to be biblical. I agree. Yep. Alex said, yeah, full-on grifters fly by, and hopefully if not for much longer, the more people that wake up, the less they'll be able to continue with the scam. Well, yeah, I agree, Alex, and I honestly think Candace is one of them, and she is a lefty put in by the left to pretend to be right and conservative and Christian, when she's really not. Either that or CIA plant, Mockingbird. I'm just think she's controlled up. The more I see, the more crazy she looks. But anyway, because it's all over, like I said, it's all over. Let me see if I can show you what my homepage on Twitter looks like. Because it was every second post. There you go. Second post on my thing, right? Oh, God, love you, Deb.
Deb Richardson donated $3.32. Hello to Shannon, new addition to his family, Kitten Tippy and Hev's Pussies, and non-lurking fee.
Deb, that comes out so wrong. God love you. You're a legend, mate. Yeah, so this morning, it's easing up now. Okay, good. Because every second post this morning was Candace Owens. Look, there's another one. Candace Owens' marriage is a business deal. Let's see if we can find another one pretty quickly. No, it's good. Okay, it's broken it. Oh, no, there's another one. Candace again. And one above it, Candace. That's all I could see this morning. I was trying to find the news, and I honestly was having trouble finding the news because Candace was everywhere. Yeah, light worker, Jasara. Dealey said, I'm doing great, Muskrat. Hope you're well too. Alex said, maybe I... No, he's into a lot of weird stuff, and he was also in the Red Scarf Club, Shannon. Shannon said there was something dodgy about his handler girlfriend with the black hair and tattoos. I forget his name. Forget her name. Sal said Trump's removing cabal interests out of the developing countries behind the scenes. Yep. Kai said I was never much of a negotiator. Flyby said sarcastically, the best, that's me. Menacing Muskrat said Trump is anointed by the Almighty, came down the golden escalator. Shannon said, kitten just climbed up on my leg, curled onto my chest. Guess I'm the armchair for the next couple of hours. Nice one. I can't even sit down long enough for my cats to use me as an armchair. Do you hear that wind? Oh, holy shit. The windows are rattling. The wind is howling through the window. And it's shut. The window's shut. Zal said, Aussie bot on point. Yes, definitely. Alex said, I was never keen on Candace. Also, that saying anywhere, anytime, that supposed Illuminati Trump sniper card game. Yep. Well, that's what she said. She said, you name the place, you name the time. If she wasn't going to go to TP USA, which is saying, a lot of people are saying, because she's going to get killed, just someone's trying to assassinate her. I don't think so. But anyway, they're really going to invite her there and kill her? Really? Anyway, but she did say any place, any time. If she wasn't meaning to go anywhere, why did she say any place? But anyway, there's a lot I could pick. I'm not even going to bother. I think it's just division, more division tactics. But there's a lot. Like, you can look online, everyone's doing things about her now. People are with her and people are against her, and I happen to be on the side of, I'm not with Candace Owens. No, I think she's lost it. And she's trying to pull TP USA and Charlie Kirk's memory down. If she was his best friend, do you really think she'd be doing that? He worked hard to build that thing up. You really think she'd be trying to tear it down? And saying, like, insinuating that he had no discernment himself? There's also things on YouTube from Candace from 8 years ago. She's exactly the same as she was back then, and she's rude and disgusting, honestly. Okay. Sal said, I don't think the English people are on board with their government. No, I don't think so. I don't think any of us are. Lightworker said, we'll have to move to Russia gladly. There's a few warm spots. Do you know Russia was reaching out its hand to any Westerners who wanted to move to Russia because their countries are falling apart? Yeah. Muskrat said, I think Candace is a white hat and she's playing her part in waking up the population. I don't think she is. Definitely not. But anyway, it's just my opinion. I'll agree to disagree with you, Menacing. Zal said, Russia used to be a subtropical paradise before the incursion of the Etamine? Etamine? I don't know what that is. You'll have to school me, Zal. Alex said, they're all rotten to the core, Zal. Zal said, not too long now, Alex, and there will be an uprising of sorts to bring the government down. Same will happen here in Oz. Kai's gone. Say hello to Tony, by the way, Kai. Much love. Michelle Gunn, I haven't seen you for a while. South New Zealand. Good to see you. Alex said, take care, God bless. Kai. Yeah, George, the world's gone crazy. Shannon said, did that baby have a mask on? No, they're not real babies. Sal said, libtard women are delusional, playing with dolls. Yeah, at that age, like, seriously. I don't, like, for a dementia or Alzheimer's patient, maybe not bad. Because like my mum, she could use something to do, right? And I was thinking of getting her one. Yeah, just for something, you know, to feel useful type of thing, you know. Anywho. Oh, Michelle said, good morning, supper time up here. Yeah, Delia said, those aren't real babies. No, they look bloody real, don't they? Yeah, Jennifer, mental health, we should pray, definitely. I do. This person needs help, seriously. Shannon said she never changed any nappies, lol. Yeah, too many boosters, Menacing, you reckon? Flyby said, Hev, you need to get a bloke first, lol. Sal said, who's funding her? Phoenix said, please stop. Susan, how you doing? Concerning the auto pen, everything with the exception of what exactly? Oh, there'll only be a couple of minor things, I think, Susan, that will stay, like that Biden actually did. He did say like 96% of it or something is garbage. So Shannon said, oh, it had a random hole poked into your 75-inch TV, lol. George said, George Soros is funding us, Zal, lol. Alex said, this is actually quite sad. She may have had a psychotic break from losing children or something like that. I saw another one similar the other day. Yeah, well, if you do, like, fair enough one. If you've lost a child, okay? But that many, I don't know. And doing those voices, I don't know. I just, that really, like, threw me kind of thing. I don't think I've ever seen someone have a psychotic break before. Well, I have actually, but not like that. AWOL Stu said that's more painful than toilet liquor doll mums. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of money in that baby room. Yeah. Menacing. Alex said that I know some people use those rules to help with trauma, but also some have also used them for fraud. There was a girl in the UK that did that the other month. Yep. AWOL Stew said no, and g'day, folks. How you going, AWOL Stew? Shannon said, I think it was boosters that got my dad. Still waiting for coroner's report. Oh, Shannon. Lightworker said, if someone gave me a baby doll, I'd refer the giver for a mental assessment. Menacing Muskrat said, hey, they have little dogs and cats like... Really? Oh, my goodness. Flyby Stew said, Alex will be claiming child benefits next. It wouldn't surprise me. Sal said, the cabal minions are everywhere, except every level of our society and every aspect. Zal said, typical US government brings in Winfrey to preach to the NPCs. I know. How you going, J1? George said the $2 cap has been removed as well by the look of it. Alex said, I agree about praying. Some of these people are truly damaged with the way this world is. COVID broke a lot of people and some have still not recovered. Susan said, tough cookies, daddy's home. Laugh my arse off. Sal said, I hope all these people who have been banned and lost their careers sue and litigate those responsible into oblivion. Yeah. Flyby said, legal fiction. Menacing said, we're at the tip of the iceberg. RE, the Jabberwocky. Yeah, we are. It's already coming out, and the CDC or one of them, the FDA, has already said something about it. Oh, that was my cat. Alex said also some people are just attention seekers or predictors using certain agendas to carry out their crimes. Nut houses are still about for some people. Often the nutters end up in government, though. Seems that way now. D. Lee said, Muskrat, is that 9-hour video? Zal said, there's going to be a tidal wave of pushback on these leftist measures. Yes. Alex said, for sure, I don't think we've seen anything yet menacing. George said, Labor are full of nutters, Alex. Alex said, I was telling my friend yesterday swearing is just part of the Aussie vocab. Well, it is a bit. It is, like for a lot of people. Menacing said, Hev, where did you go? Where, how, when? When, Menacing? When did I go somewhere? Zal said, love this farmer guy, shark food pontoon. Yeah, he was good. He says it like it is, mate. And that's what I'm used to, Aussies like that, right, who speak like that. That's who I'm used to, because that's what I grew up with. D. Lee said, is that what he said, Zal? Shannon said, shark food pontoon with a wood chipper accessory. Alex said, tell me about it. I really hope we don't have another 3 odd years of them. They're unbearable and completely wrecking the country, George. Jay said, sitting on the footpath, shark food pontoon. Yeah, George, he sounds like a good bloke. Yeah. Alex said, yeah. He said what most people are thinking, George, yeah. Sal said they can be vicious little buggers, folks. Yeah, the koalas, yes, they can. Shannon said drop bears. Alex said circle of life music. Alex said, yeah, got to watch those drop bears too. Yeah. AWOL said too many women in one paddock. Zal said every time you watch these ministers, all they do is obfuscate. I know, Zal, it's so frustrating. Shannon said lurking fee. Zal said Penny Wenny Pong. Yeah. I don't like her. I really don't like Penny Wong. Yeah, Shannon something Wong. Yeah, Deb's a legend. And hey, Pink Star. And Shannon said, Ali Sheedy. George said, hi, everyone. Flyby Stew said, Deb, where you been? You're late. I don't think you weren't late. You were one of the fourth comments. We haven't talked with Timmy. I don't know because his friend is sick, so I'm not sure what Timmy wants to do. But I'll have him on tomorrow if he wants to come on because it's going to be cooler here. Yeah, but I'll have him on if he wants to come on tomorrow. But I'm just not planning anything at the moment because his friend is very sick and I know he's been advising and stuff with that. So I'm kind of just letting it go at the moment until he's ready. Yeah, and AWOL Stew said, have you got to get out more? It is actually. Alex said, not the false windows. Yes. Al said, what about the blue ring octopus? Pinkster said, well, I'm not going there, lol. Deb said, I live in the best country. Yeah, Zal, funnel webs, redbacks. J1 said, magpies with machine guns. Alex said, to be fair, when I was younger, I used to be scared to visit Australia because of all the scary creatures, but I'd go in a heartbeat now. Yes, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as people think it is, like people outside the country. I know there's a lot of deadly animals. But, yeah. Okay, where was I up to? Hey, somewhere. Pinkster said, I used to, but with Carney, we may be borrowing more money to give away. Yeah, we're doing that too here in Australia, our government. AWOL Stew said, I love the danger and all of you too. Deb said, just look at what we do. Keep in the house spider. Shannon said, brown recluse spider, you won't die, but the limb where it bites you will rot off and never heal. Pinkster said, my sister-in-law was bit on the butt, and still has the hole it grew to be. Oh, no. Alex said, yes, I've heard that with a few spiders rotting the flesh, yep. Sal said, my sister has a bunch of magpies that stop by every day in her front yard. I used to have them when I was at up the mountain further before I moved here. Menacing Muskrat said, we have magpies. George said, I always see magpies. Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah, they'll chase you, though. In spring, they'll try to peck you on the head if you go through when they're breeding. If you go through an area where they're breeding, if you're riding a bike or walking, they'll swoop you and peck you on the head. And they've got very sharp beaks, so they do damage. But if you are nice to them, like I used to feed them, they'll bring their babies around to show you their babies. They know you'll feed them. Pinkster said he's a little kind of special and wouldn't go to the doctor when he did it was taken care of by his own system. Wow. Yeah, lovely to end on happy stuff. Pinkster said, we love you, Herb. Oh, God love you. Yeah, Deb, I've got a possessed mouse. I just changed the batteries, so I'm going to have to change them again and see if that works. Shannon said, we have magpies that swoop in for visits certain times of the year. Yep. Sal said, yeah, we got magpies that bring their babies to show us every year. Yeah, well, I used to have that too. Yeah, I did change the battery, Deb. But they're shit batteries, and maybe they're, like, old. Pinkster said 3 inches snow right now in BC, Canada. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'd love to see snow again. George said, been seeing a lot of green parrots about as well. Yeah, we've been seeing the green, red ones. We've got lorikeets, parrots, rosellas, all different. Oh, my goodness. Really colourful birds. Menacing Muskrat said, how you doing? AWOL said, magpie is the only bird that puts up with their kids for over a year. Oh, wow. Yeah, Alex, it's terrifying, trapped by fire. Well, we couldn't go forward because it was jumping the road And that was the main road to get out of the place that we were in. So the only road really. So yeah, we were stuck until we had to wait there. I think it was an hour with kids in the car and everything. So Flyby said ex-bird was called Magpie. She put up with kids for 10 years, lol. Shannon said the kitten's asleep on her chest. Aww. AWOL Stu said my poor old mum puts up with me after 57 years. God love her. Old bird. Alex said, you know what I would call you if the sound was off? You know I'd call you if the sound was off. Yes, I thought that was the case, yeah. George said, I prefer mild weather. Shannon said, you have just nappy changing duties, AWOL. Yeah, it just goes from your mum changing your bum to you changing hers. Pinkster said, I signed up to your Twitter, lol. They took my check away because I thought paying once was good enough. I don't blame you. I've been thinking about it for ages. Sal said, did you hear the wind? Noticing Muskrat said Anthony's girlfriend was Rosemary McGowan or something like that. Shannon said it was the chair, honestly. No, I'm talking about, can you not hear the wind and the rattling window? No? Anyway, Dealey said Candace is married to a gay, allegedly. Yes, it's apparently an arranged marriage. Organised, you know, business transaction type thing. Deb said, why did the mass immigration go to Russia then? Shannon said Ottoman Empire. Sal said Edamina the Draco Hep. Oh, that's why I don't know who they are. Okay. Deb said, see it, Shannon. Windy. AWOL said, who remembers Some Others Do Have them? Yes, Ruth Cracknell and Gary McDonald. I used to love that show. Still do. That, and remember Frank Spencer? What was it called? Some Others Do Have them? Oh, my God. Yeah, Some Others Do Have them. That was, Ruth Cracknell and Gary McDonald. That was a different one, Stu. It wasn't called Some Others Do Have them. That was Mother and Son. AWOL Stu, that was Mother and Son. Ruth Cracknell and Gary McDonald. Shannon said trap wind. Deb said it would be a spa if you was in the bath, Shannon. Shannon said, where's Robbie? I don't even know who Robbie is. Shannon said, my bath is a spa, Deb. Dealey said, why record and post anything with fake babies? I know. Deb said, no, Timmy. AWOL said, I had an Army Special Forces wife recording my dog the other day in car. Apollo Bay is rather beautiful and so is she. There you go. Shannon said, is Timmy in the house? I don't know if he is. He has a friend that's very sick at the moment. Alex said they meant to say predators. They use the agenda to carry out their crimes. AWOL Stu said warrant officer. Deb said, we have talk about with Timmy. My cat's trying to break down my door. Shivers. Okay. George said, crows are nice birds. If you know a crow, they'll bring you things they find. Nice. Ravens are as well. Give me one sec, guys. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Okay, someone just let the cat in. Okay. Well, he was nearly breaking down the door, so I don't blame them. Yeah, Robbie was the older one in Mother and Son. Yes, yes. George said, maybe I'm thinking of a raven. Alex said, I have heard that they can also speak. Lots of birds can speak. Look up the speaking magpie. Speaks in a Yorkshire accent. Wow. Deb said, yes, you can't go into any room. My cat must follow. Yeah, mine's like a dog. He follows me everywhere. If I go outside, he wants to go outside. If I want to come in, he wants to come in too. Menacing Muskrat said John McAfee is still alive. He has it all. Pinkster said, I know crows can talk too. Well, with that, guys, I'm going to go. I've got to make it quick because it's going to get really hot really quickly, and it's already starting to. It's 30 degrees in my room and 33 outside. Okay, so I hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, and I'll be back tomorrow with another live. Have a good one, guys. Bye.